Me now from our bureau in Washington, D.C., investigative journalist Kimberly Dvorak. Kim, you're based in California. You go out there for the National Press Club meeting that they have, a little symposium, if you will. It's supposed to be some sort of introspection. I saw bits and pieces of it. I saw less introspection and more faces that look like they were at a funeral. These people are in shock, and Donald Trump is ready to deliver the awe.
Yeah, well, this was supposed to be the national media's kind of autopsy report, kind of like the GOP looked at how they lost the election so big, and the mainstream media here, we're talking Washington Post, CNN, those are the speakers that they brought forward to give us this autopsy, and the end result was fairly predictable, I guess. They felt they did not go after Donald Trump enough, and that they would be speaking to the media heads in the mainstream media with the networks, and they would no longer be giving up, as they called it, free media for these rallies as they did to Donald Trump.
Now, I have to laugh, right? He's, come on, he's the president of the United States. What has Barack Obama been given the last 8 years but I don't know how much free media. Total that up.
Accolades.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the billions of dollars without a doubt. So what are they going to do? Ignore the 45th president and not cover him? Is that what they're saying?
Well, no, I mean, and this was my question, because as a member of the media, you know, I can go to the White House and they have two different press rooms. They've got the first 75 seats where CNN and New York Times and ABC, and they all get their seats up front. They can ask questions. And then in another room, then they have the other 750 journalists that can never ask questions, but are actually present for a meeting of such. You can watch it on a monitor, or you can watch it at your studio if you like. And my question was, okay, are you prepared then, since you clearly don't want to cover Donald Trump, are you prepared as the mainstream media to give up those first 75 seats? And the answer was, no, we're going to cover Donald Trump even more, and we're going to get after him even more. He got a free ride right all the way up until now. We're going to go after him and hold him accountable. So this is where I think that the president-elect has got an opportunity, and I really think that he is looking into this, that he's going to rearrange the chairs in the White House press room, as he should, because these people have been entrenched in the system, some for 20, 30 years. We're getting the same opinions every single year.
If I was in charge,
if
I was advising the White House on this, and I hope they're listening, you know, that they watch this program, I would say definitely rearrange the deck chairs, because it's time to clean out those closets. Do things differently. You don't have to stay in the same mold that these last administrations have done. Do it the Trump way. And by the way, those seats on Air Force One, those shouldn't have nameplates on them either. Those should be revocable. But it is interesting, Kim. I want to play a little clip from Cincinnati from when Donald Trump did his little victory lap there and thank you tour. He stopped in Ohio. He kind of chided the press just a little bit. Roll tape.
For weeks, Texas is in play. Then you turn on the television like 2 minutes later. Donald Trump has won Texas. You know. These are very, very dishonest people. Okay. I love this stuff. Should I go on with this just a little bit longer?
It's going to be war for the next 4 years, and my advice to the Trump administration is stay a step ahead of these people, because they're going to have their leg out trying to trip you.
Yeah, and they're going to try to ask the gotcha questions and whatnot. So I think that, you know, one thing that this president, or the president-elect, was really good at is taking his message to the people, just like Ronald Reagan did. Sometimes he had to skirt the media, and he took that message to the American people, just like he's taking this illegal immigration, saying, we're going to deport 1 to 3 million criminal illegal aliens. And you've got the other side saying, no, you're not going to deport people. How can you argue against getting rid of MS-13 gang members and criminals that are in jail? I mean, he is actually brilliant when he's looking at this topic, and he's making it easy for the media who are presenting their own narrative to make them look like they aren't in step, which they're not in step with the rest of America. They're in step with what's going on inside D.C. here. And as a credentialed member of the media, I'd like to be in the first 75 rows sitting there talking to the press secretary instead of having to listen and not having my voice heard. And I would gander that a lot of the people that actually voted for Donald Trump in this election would like to hear from a lot of us other reporters who haven't been in the so-called swamp for the last 20 years.
We'll forward that request to the Trump administration. Bottom line is, you're dead on. He needs to do what Reagan did. That's go above the heads of the mainstream media, go around the mainstream media, come on this program, come on programs that will allow him to talk and talk about the issues and not try and skewer him, and charge ahead. Stay to script. Don't let these people knock you off. Message the American people want change. They want that swamp drained. Kim, stay safe there. Thank you.